So my aim usually is to not go to a supermarket. Try and buy all my food from either a market, a farmer, my local butcher, my local organic shop. But I have been asked the question, what if I have no other choice? What if I have to go to a supermarket? So in Australia, I don't know about around the world, but I know in Australia we have three choices. We have Coles, basically Woolworths, and IGA. But if you don't have IGA and you only have Coles or Woolworths in order to shop from, then let me give you some ideas and some simple tips on how to shop in the grocery store and make sure that you are getting the best quality food that you can possibly get. Am I saying it's better than where I am talking about buying your food from? No, not necessarily, but at least we can make the best choices. So my idea is that you become a little bit of a hunter around the outside of the supermarket as opposed to inside the aisles, because inside many of the aisles you will find many packaged foods. And even, I've looked at simple packaged foods like lentils or chickpeas or things like that, and I'll often see acidity regulators and flavors and colors. Not always, but I will see it in there. So when you're looking at fruits and vegetables, first scan to see if there's any organic produce available at that grocery store. Get that produce and then fill in the void with the other produce that's available to you. When you're looking at the meat, fish, chicken section, or not so much the fish, but the chicken and the meat, try for organic free range if you can get it. But if you can't, look for free range as much as you can. That doesn't mean it's not organic, or it is organic, but it isn't certified. But then, I'm a bit dubious on the organic certification, but believe it or not, I do look for it, because for the most part, it is excellent. Then when you get to the dairy section, so, usually it's fruits, vegetables, and your meats, and then you head towards the dairy section. So most people with dairy, they'll buy cream, milk, butter or margarine. So your choice would be, look for the organic butter. There is some really reasonably priced organic butters. Look for the milk that's least processed. So I always look for a local milk. So for instance, my Mullaney dairy, even though it's not organic, it's local. I know how they treat their animals, and they do sell to either Woolworths or Coles. And I will look for my local dairy and buy pasteurized only milk. When I'm buying cream or cheeses, or whether that be a hard cheese or a white cheese, I'm looking for the ingredients. So I'm flipping it over, reading the ingredients, and finding if there's any flavors or colors or acidity regulators or anything like that. So it is about becoming informed, knowing the best brands to buy. And the way to do it is to read the ingredients. And if they've got fillers, you know that they are a cheap food. If there's no fillers and it's just normal foods, like cheese should be basically whey and rennet with a bit of salt in it. And that's it. It shouldn't have colors and flavors and all sorts of things like in it. It might have herbs, which is quite good. So moving around, we get to the frozen goods section. With the frozen foods, I would recommend that you buy single ingredient frozen foods. I know there's organic blueberries and organic mangoes and organic frozen bananas. I've seen them there. So buy organic as much as you can, and then don't worry about the rest of the frozen section unless you see some really good frozen vegetables. So far we've got fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Go down the nuts and seeds section, see what you can find, because they're single ingredients. Make sure they've not got salt or vegetable oils on them. Make sure that they are just like they are, and you can put the salt and vegetable oil on yourself. If you need rices, try for organic rices. If you're a pasta lover, then look for organic pasta as much as you can. So the main aim, if I'm going to keep this video short because I could go forever on this, the main thing is try not to go in the center aisle unless it's for a specific thing you're looking for. I must do one on chocolate actually. I'll do a whole video on chocolate, so we'll get to that. The main theme is to go around the outside of the grocery store as opposed to inside. Read your ingredients, make sure they're basic ingredients. There's no acidity regulators, flavors, colors, and things like that. So I hope that gives you a bit of an idea how to navigate your way around a conventional grocery store.